Blacks are not here because they aren't welcome. They're here because their masters have programmed them not to come. Now, when I came here, I didn't see any signs, any place that said whites only. In our history, there has been a time when there were signs that said whites only. Those were the signs of the Jim Crow laws that were legislated by the Democrat Party. Don't let people like Bill Maher promote this notion that those were just innate American laws. There was a culture that wanted segregation in America, and that culture voted Democrat. And the Democrats they voted for were Democrats that they could depend on to legislate bigoted laws. The Democrats still have a segregationist mentality. The more abrasive methods of keeping us separated with signs that said whites only and colored only have been replaced by the softer approach of separational language such as African-American, Asian-American. That little hyphen that is supposed to make people proud of where they are, that little hyphen that is supposed to make people proud of where they came from instead of proud of where they chose to stay. That hyphen is nothing more than a line that separates people from America. That hyphen itself is a border. Now, I'm all for strengthening our borders, but that hyphen is one border that needs to be torn down, and it needs to fall on top of those who have been accusing y'all of being racist. Now, if all you Tea Party folk here and across America are truly racist, as the liberals accuse, and Rush Limbaugh is the leader of this huge hate-hungry racist movement, then the best career move that Rush Limbaugh could ever make in his life would be to say, I, Rush Limbaugh, hate black people. Now, I'd like to run a little experiment, if I may. I'm going to ask y'all a yes or no question. And whatever your answer, I want you to please answer as loud as you can, as if you want the whole world to hear. Now, you got to answer what's really in your heart now. You ready? You ready? Here it comes. Don't let me down on this, y'all. Am I welcome here? Now, hold on, no. Now, be honest, because there's only a few of us black and brown and red and yellow folks here in enemy territory, all right? And there's all you white people. Y'all ain't got nothing to worry about. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Let's try this again. Tell the truth. Are we welcome here? There you go, Mr. Oberman. Now, you have just told the liberals the truth. They constantly demand the truth, but they don't want to accept it. They're like children who demand to see Santa Claus, and when they finally get to meet him, they go to crying and pee in his lap. And those same traumatized children from when we were kids are the same ones that are trying to get rid of Christmas now. Now, the liberals are already foaming at the mouth with their talking points. Of course, Alfonzo was tolerated there because he acts the way those white folks want him to act. Okay. So could it be that Obama was adored and elected by all those white people because he acted the way that they wanted him to act? I wonder. Now, after all, white Democrats know how us Negro folk is supposed to act. Ain't that right, Harry Reid? Now, I really want to leave this impression on y'all. You got to know how to expose the Democrats as the true racists and defend yourself from their accusations. Because there are people out there who aren't too far gone yet. But if the liberals get to them first and influence them into believing that you're a bunch of racists, then you can forget about those people respecting you or your ideals. And you'll already lose the half the battle for America. And again, the battle ain't about the elected officials. It's the culture they're formed in and given power to. The next step, you need to be where the liberals are so you can get in the way of the liberal influence. Where are the liberals? Let's start with school. The educational system is more of an indoctrination system. We need more conservatives to be teachers to make sure kids are learning, reading, writing, math, science, and history according to the ones who actually made history, not according to the interpretations of some left-wing cynic. I'm glad there's homeschooling happening. Of course, liberals say, well, how are they going to learn social skills and how to interact with other kids? Easy. Kids that I know that have been homeschooled are in karate class, little league, scouts, gymnastics. There are plenty of opportunity for kids to interact with other kids. Public school, private school, homeschool, community college, universities, conservatives, we need to be in all of that education to get in the way of these liberals. Now that's getting down to the nitty-gritty of where some of these liberal reads that end up in office are coming from. Then on top of the teachers pushing their left-wing ideology, there's TV, music, and movies. If you got some good music and a singer that's laying down some tight in-pocket flows on top of it, they're going to get hooked. And liberals have been using that to their advantage. Liberals are the ones making most of the music and the styles to get their message out. Let's get some more conservatives getting out there doing some music to compete with them. Music is one of the most influential tools. Don't you think that we need more conservatives doing more music to get in the way of that liberal influence? I think so. So y'all, if you're gonna do it, if you're not gonna do it, then support those who are doing it. Research those who are doing Christian hip hop and Christian rock and support them. Let them know that you are with them. Many of them really don't care about politics. But there's a chance you can have an ally with them if they know that the liberals are the ones trying to shove God out of the country, and that if they want to keep being one nation under God, then they've got to know that they've got a friend in the conservative Republican Party. I'm almost done. I promise. Now listen, y'all, people like to be entertained. And entertainment is one of the main ways that liberals maintain influence over this culture. Everybody loves a good story, whether it be a book, a TV, or a movie, and a story usually involves a hero and a villain. Liberals are making most of the movies that are mesmerizing people, y'all. And in order for them to be effective in their storytelling business, they have to have a hero and a villain. And the villains they have chosen are America, the church, the military, Republicans, and the corporations, and the media has chosen you. What are you going to do about it? While we're here pumping our fists at the government, the rest of the people are in movie theaters or watching television, reading books, listening to music, and being influenced by liberals, making these works that promote the rise of bigger and bigger government. And I'm glad you're here because I want to tell you this. We're here for solutions, and I hope you find usefulness in the suggestions I'm offering. Because make no mistake, y'all will have your victory in November. We're going to vote out those people who have grossly misrepresented us, but who's going to replace them? A solid conservative? How? Too many people have been suckered into believing that being a conservative is something to be afraid of. And those who actually run as a conservative often have the relatability and about as much charisma as a can of cat food. In November, chances are we're just going to end up with the same old wishy-washy so-called representatives. Why? Because the culture they'll be formed in and picked from hasn't been changed. You can't fix the government if you haven't changed the culture they're shaped in. Now, I'm not suggesting y'all quit your day jobs and become actors and musicians. The starving artist lifestyle ain't all it's cracked up to be. But explore your creative side and support the creativity of those whose values reflect yours. That's a must, because it's going to take a lot of creativity to deal with the plague of liberalism. Now, the best advice I can give you is right here. Whatever you do, do not do it by your own sense of righteousness. You do it by God's righteousness as best you can. That's the best chance we have. I don't care how much any of us claims to love and fear God. If we are not careful, we'll let self-righteousness sabotage our efforts. Chaos, hatred, and sorrow abounds when we try to live by our own sense of righteousness. Peace, love, and joy abounds when we live by God's. I am so thankful to be among you. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you guys. God bless you. God bless America. And a big old extra helping for the big old state of Texas.